Hello there guys and welcome back to once again another video here on Speed Force Racing League. Today it's gonna be round 8 of season 16 here around Miami, and I'm not alone, I'm not by myself this time, I am together with Steve. Welcome Steve.
Buongiorno, how are we doing?
I'm doing pretty great mate, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Glad to be back in the comms box.
Yeah, you've been doing streams before here. What did you do streams here before, or was it in other leagues?
In other leagues, we're not going to give them free promo. Yeah, I can't wait to see the track action. I've seen it as a spectator, and it'll be great to be back.
Yeah, I mean, Miami, a track where a lot of things can go wrong, a track where it's very slippery in Sector 1, I would say that. Sector 2, one of the most difficult sectors, I would say, on the track. And then, of course, Sector 3, which is quite of a sector where you're easily going to make an overtake down the straight. Is there any sector you personally think that isn't really suitable for racing here around Miami?
No, it's just the resurfacing issues that are the issue around here, and it's Florida as well, so sorry to any American watching, but it is known as the American swamp ground. So it can rain, and it rains hard. So
yeah,
it just washes all that rubber away, and not many categories race here either, so it's always fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, Miami is a track which you can, the weather, you can kind of compare it with Belgium, Every now and then there's good weather, and then on the other hand, if it's raining really bad, and you might have to cancel the race, like we saw in Belgium. I think it was 2022, if I'm not mistaken, 2021?
I believe so, it was 2022. I'll have to get back to you after I stare at some stats.
Fair enough. Let's go on board with someone here on track. Silver Fox in the Visa Cash App Red Bull just started his qualifying lap. This is going to be the first one of many, as we've got 18 minutes in this short qualifying session. It's only going to be one qualifying session apart, well, compared to the usual 3 qualifying sessions you have in the F1. Silver Fox coming into that long left-hander, takes a bit of too much curb. I think that must be a track limit in the actual F1. This time around, the game doesn't give any track limits. Down the straight he goes. DRS will be able to be used here down the straight, coming out of the corner section. It's not a very long corner section, but there are a few corner sections, so you don't want to use any DRS through the corners, of course. Into a long left-hander, into a long right-hander. If I'm not mistaken, this is turn 10. Into turn 11, fast left-hander, and then you've got that little chicane. Don't touch the curb too much, entering turn 12 there. He doesn't do so. Beautiful line from Silver Fox, heading down the long straight. Coming out of that corner is a very, important thing to do. Well, coming out of the corner in the right way, because you're going to carry a lot of straight line speed here. Coming down the second DRS sector. And Silver Fox heading into that last corner off the track. Well, I usually deem this as the last corner. I don't really see this as a corner, as you don't have to brake coming through these fast left-right handers. It will be a 128.7. I'm not sure if that's good or not, Mr. Steve.
Yeah, it's a bog standard. We're just going to see, there we go, 127.3. So, as I said, it was an okay lap. It's just been beaten by 1.4 seconds. So, improvements from Silver Fox. Those mistakes through 7 and 8 would have cost him dearly.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's bumped back to P5. All the other guys who are in front of him right now have done a qualifying lap already. All the other guys below him haven't done a qualifying lap, so I think he still has a few tenths to improve here in Miami. I'm not sure if you're very familiar with this tier, but if you are, who do you think is going to put it on pole tonight?
Ooh. I saw Chris do really well around China. I'm not comparing the tracks and saying they're similar, but there is that long straight and some twisty-turny corners. So I'm going to go Chris for now, but that is a safe bet as he is on provisional pole as it stands.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like the track kind of reminds me of China. A little bit though, like it gives me China vibes, Sector 2 in China, where you're going into those fast left-right handers. it's a bit the same as here in Miami, coming through those fast left right-handers heading into sector 2. You've got a very long straight in sector 3. You've also got a very hard braking zone at the end of the sector. So I think it's quite similar. Like, there's not many overtaking opportunities, but qualifying wise, I think we might be looking at a very good qualifying lap from both the Haas drivers. I think Burley is definitely going to put it somewhere in the top 3. Apart from that, I think oh no, never mind. I was reading something in the chat. Somebody said all drivers DNF. I was like, what the heck is he saying? No, but apparently he's not racing tonight. So yeah, that's the reason why everyone needs to DNF. No, but I think, yeah, Burley is definitely a good candidate for that pole position here tonight in Miami.
Yeah, as I've just seen Simo cross the line P12. Loads of lockups I'm hearing in my headset as they're going round. So drivers are struggling and really pushing the limits to try and get the fastest lap as they possibly can. Halvor is going to cross the line now, takes the shortest line. It doesn't look like he improved though.
You know what the funny thing is with, Miami? It's a track where even if you're running ABS, you're still gonna lock up, and that's something you don't see on many tracks here in the F1 game. They kind of made ABS overpowered in F123. A bit of the same here in F124, but I have the feeling on tracks like Miami and, China, like last week or the week before, there are a lot of lockups, even with ABS, so I'm not sure how they can explain that, but yeah, we do see it happen very frequently.
Yeah, I'm just checking Simo, see even though he's on an N lap. Preb in at the Sauber, let's see what he's doing.
I'm just replying to some messages in the YouTube channel. I mean, in the YouTube chat. People say, can't wait for this, can't wait. Hey Thomas, hey Steve is what Indigo says in the chat. So yeah, we do read your messages, guys. We are not going to talk about it too much during a live stream on races. I don't think that's what's his name again? Martin Berndl or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, the English guy. Yeah, I don't think those guys actually do it as well. When someone posts something on Twitter, you're doing great, and then they're gonna praise themselves. No, it's not gonna be happening.
Well, no, but it is always nice reading the comments. Preb went 4th as well whilst we were reading chat, so a massive improvement from him.
Yeah, not a bad time, usually Prep is one of the guys who manages to put himself in the top 10, but a P4 is quite unexpected from the Kick Sauber driver. Doesn't seem like anyone else is really on a fast one. Maybe Burley coming into sector 1. He's just finished his fast lap, or is he on a fast lap right now? I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, his overtakes flying as he goes through turn 3. We'll see how he takes turn 4, 5 and 6.
It's raining.
Oh yeah, it is spitting as well, so this might be qualifying over. We chatted before the qualifying started about how how Florida rains all the time, and then have we just given it the commentator's curse?
Seems like it. Yeah, I mean, 3 drivers who haven't done qualifying yet. This is not looking great.
No. Gog's still in the pit lane as well, so he'll probably be starting from the back, or at least 17th.
Something you don't know about Gox yet. I think last season and this season, he tried to make... he doesn't qualify, so he doesn't qualify during the qualifying. And then he tries to make a last to first challenge work. And I think he's done more than 20 or 30 races. He's never managed to do it, and last week he managed to do it. I think it was in China, which was, or the week before, I can't remember, but it was in China. It was quite of a spectacular moment from the Aston Martin driver there.
we do love a last to first challenge, to be fair. Yeah, everyone on the soft slipping and sliding now. The track's getting really, really greasy. Yeah, people piling into the pits.
McCarthy Joe does have the fastest first sector as he entered sector 2 there. Now let's see what he can do here down the straight coming into sector 2. Hard braking zone, it's looking a little bit slidey. He seems to manage to go through turn 9 and 10 decently enough. Has a little snap there coming out of turn 10. Has to watch out touching the curbs here because they can be extra slippery. So I think it will be good enough for a top 12 maybe. Although I don't think he will be able to compete with the top 3 here. I mean, you cannot compare a dry track with a wet track, can we?
No, definitely not. We've seen it, the sliding from Joe. The traction out of 16 wouldn't have helped either. We saw that rear end get a bit happy. But let's see what time he sets. Takes the shortest line. And there we go, look how low and slow the track's got now with the rain. 15th with a 131.715.
Yeah, if I were a driver, I would just retire, and if everyone would retire, we would be racing faster, you know, 6 minutes that we will be skipping. Because right now, nobody is going to gain time in this condition.
No, but it is a good, what's the word that I'm trying to think? Track acclimatization. If it is going to be a wet, greasy race, this would be the time to get your inters on and give it a try and get yourself accustomed to it.
That's true, that's true. That's actually a good remark you made there. You know, many of the guys, I mean, I personally as a racing driver never practiced in the rain, so this might be a good 6 minutes to get a feel of the track, you know, put on some wet tires like you said before. But I mean, we don't know if it's raining during the race as well. It could be sunny, it could be thunderstorms, it could be light drizzles. You never know what to expect as a commentator going into the race. We usually get that information from the racers in the chat, but those are sometimes a bit lazy, so we don't get that information too often. I don't know if there's anyone in the chat that can let us know if there's going to be rain or no rain, well, sunshine in the race. That would be very helpful.
I think we need our own personal spotters out on track to tell us whether it's going to rain or not. Maybe something we can look into for season 17.
That would be a good idea, yeah. I mean, season 16 is still a long way to go, isn't it? There's they do a full calendar, so we've got plenty of races still to go. I'm just gonna double check what race we're in currently. Round 8. So we still have about, 16 left to go. No, 16. Yeah, 16. Yeah, I think so. 24 minus 8 is 16, no?
But then, aren't we don't have Monaco, so 23, I believe.
Oh, right. I think that last one is, no. Is it?
I'll Google it. DRS has just been disabled as well. We have been told it's a dry race.
I'm looking at the calendar right now, and there's 24 rounds. So I would assume that 24 minus 8 is 16.
Yeah, we must have. Yeah, we have got Monaco this season.
Oh, we do have Monaco. That is interesting. That's very interesting.
Always fun to commentate on Monaco.
Yeah, actually, the races I've done, commentary-wise, the Monaco Grand Prix are always one of the best ones.
Yeah, if we have more than half the grid finish. So, fingers crossed.
I'm just gonna double check on the live stream whether your volume is alright, because I mean, obviously, it would be quite frustrating if your volume isn't right.
That's all
Just gonna mute myself real quick.
That's right, I've muted myself, so I wouldn't be able to. I muted the stream so I couldn't hear it. Everyone's in the pits. I don't think. Yeah, 3 minutes left. Dry race. Ignore what I said. I clearly don't know wheel. It's dry race, and we've got 2 minutes 52 left with no one going out.
All right, I think I changed your volume a little bit. Hopefully it would be better. It wasn't that bad before, but like a few decibels extra can hurt us. All right, how many people have we still got in the session? 4. All the other guys have retired. Yeah. I mean, it would be better if we just go into the race now, no? The Vicar is the owner of the league, well, one of the admins, so... Oh, Joe has left the session. Are we restarting the lobby? I don't think we are, right?
No, I think it must be a disconnect issue. Hopefully he can get in before the formation lap. Or before race start, otherwise he's not going to have any strategy choice.
Well, I mean, we're still going to be here for a minute and a half. Is there anything special about the Miami Grand Prix, apart from the track itself, you know, any funny facts?
I'll give you some interesting facts. The person that has started on pole, and I'm sorry, Chris, the person that started on pole has never won at the Miami Grand Prix. That's a little interesting fact. Max Verstappen in real life has the most wins here with 2. Obviously, we have Lando Norris as well. His first ever F1 win came from this track. Isn't the first race in Miami either. First one was an unofficial race in 1920. It was oval, and it was raced on wooden planks until it got burnt down. So, yeah, that's my interesting facts about the track and Miami itself. Miami Dolphins train here, well-known NFL team, beaten my NFL team twice in the Super Bowl. Really upsetting.
Who's our NFL team?
I'm a Vikings fan, and I've currently got the Vikings jersey on. So
I'm a Philly fan, dude. Eagles.
That's all right. I thought you were going to say Packers, and I was like, it's been really
No. Don't worry. I choose quite a neutral team, but that was back in, I think it was 2014 or something that I chose that team, because we went to Philadelphia. And then I mean, I don't know why, but I bought a Philadelphia Eagles jersey and like everything. It's actually crazy. I never watched NFL though. Like, I'm just supporting the team. I don't even know what they're doing at the moment.
Me either. It's pre-season, but there we go. There's your starting grid. Chris starts on pole. Do you know what? I'll let you do the rundown, because you're going to know these drivers better than I can.
Perfect. All right, so we have got Chris on pole position, Mitrandir in P2, and Doran in P3. For we've got Prep, the V-Car, Burley, Billy G, Nerodia, Rigulas, Stian, Halvor, Silverfax, Simo, Cowboy, Joe, John, Ellie, Gox, and Maggie all the way at the back of the grid. I didn't have much time, unfortunately, to go through the grid. But I mean, not a very unexpected top 3, I would say. And they're one of the faster guys here in SFR Division 3, so I think we're going to have a very good race here in Miami tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have a repeat of 2022, where we had to rely on a safety car to bring life to the race. But if you've watched Speed Force racing before, you know the races are always entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, especially here in SFR as well, the first couple of laps, usually the guys are within a couple of tenths of each other. So it will be very spectacular in the first few laps, the first few corners as well. Miami, a very good, overtaking opportunity going into turn 1, going off the line. So I think we are going to see a dive bomb from somebody. The question is, who will that be? Yeah, I'm not going to bet any money on that, but we will definitely see one. First, the formation lap, and maybe you can go through the strategies here with me.
Yeah, let me just get all the tyres up for you. So we have the top 4 on the hards with the Vicar in 5th going on the mediums. We then have Burley and Billy G on the hards. 8th and 9th are on mediums. And then we have 10th, 11th on the hards as well. 12th is Silver Fox in with the mediums. Simo has the hards. Cowboy hoping for a lightning quick start and maybe some early drama starting on those softs. Joe and John are going to be on the mediums, and the bottom 3 all on the hards, so hoping for a nice start with no collisions or any drama.
Strategy-wise, what are we looking at? Medium hards, hard mediums, or do you think people will go for a 2-stopper? Except for Cowboy then.
You don't lose that much time. It's about 29 seconds in the pit lane around here, including a 2.4 stationary stop. So you could get away with a 1-stop, but I would probably go hard. If you mediums, I'll go medium, medium, soft to try and get the most out of the grippier, less durable tyres.
Interesting.
People on the softs, you're wide open. You might as well go for the Christmas tree of soft, medium, hard. So it's just driver preference. Test your tyres out. See what your teammate's doing if you're in a party with them. See how they're feeling, coping with the other compound, and see how it plays out. Again, anything safety car throws spanners in the works for setup, not set up for strategy. So yeah, anyone's game. I do like the medium start though.
Yeah, you're very fast off the line compared to the hard tire runners. So, since this is the first time we're doing this, should I do the start, or do you
I'll
feel
let
like
you do it?
Alrighty.
I've not taken you yet.
Everyone is parked on the line right now. 1 driver, 2 drivers have been disqualified. That is in the formation lap. 3 drivers actually, and they will be placed 1 meter behind the actual starting line. Here we go. 5 red lights. Everyone is roaring their engines, trying to get off the line in a couple of seconds. 5, that is, if I'm not mistaken. DRS has been disabled. So far, it's 5 red lights, and it's time for race here in Miami. 5 red lights, and away we go. A pretty decent start there from Doran, as I think he's already going to get past the Haas driver. Around the outside he goes. A very good line from Doran. A little lock-up. Side by side he goes with Mitrandir, as there's a little bit of carnage at the middle of the field there. Prep going side by side with the V-car at the moment. Medium tires, will they be stronger than those hards Prep is running? It doesn't seem like it. Prep up into P4. There's a 10-second time penalty.
Yeah, he's in the wall going through turn 3. There was a load of collisions in the middle of the field, like you said. I'd like to see how he recovers from this. Now currently down 7.
Somebody seems to be lagging really hard there. That's Joe going around the outside of the Williams driver. No, that's the V-car who seems to be lagging, which is not great. No, it's Joe. It's the Williams driver. Down the inside, he tries to go into turn 9. And there is another guy going a little bit too deep there. That's Nero Dia, as he's getting attacked from behind by Billy G. Going into turn 11. Don't go side by side. Not a very good idea. Coming into the chicane. Oh, and there's a Red Bull off. That's Doran. Doran is off track, and he's probably going to have a broken rear wing as well, as he went into the wall with his rear wing. Very powerful.
I've just seen Doran's down 15. He's currently down in 18th. Really not had the best of starts.
As it seems like Chris is currently running away. And perhaps... Oh, there's cars going into each other. What the fuck is happening here? What? That was crazy. You should have seen that. I don't know what's up with the lobby or something, but Joe is lagging all over the place. It looked like he was shooting off in the sky, and then all of a sudden he was ahead of the Haas driver. It was crazy. But Joe up 13 positions. Not sure where he's coming from, but all the way from P15 already. As it's not looking great. It seems like the lobby is glitched.
Yeah, we've got a load of ghost cars can we just say Eddie she's currently up 7 places as well. Biggest, well, I was gonna say biggest gainer so far, but it is Joe who is in 3rd. That's up 12.
Yeah, a fun fact actually, the Ferrari team is filled with both women drivers. So, yeah, they're the only women drivers, if I'm not mistaken, here in SFR, and they both race in Ferrari for Division 3, so they're probably going to be working together with each other, trying to get back to Nero Dia and Origuelas, as John just has left the session. Let's have a quick look at the back of the grid. Here's Stiang, who lost about 6 positions. Doran 14 positions at the front of the pack. We're looking at a position change between Joe and Mitrandir. Prep trying to go down the inside of the... Oh, Williams driver has left the session. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with Joe at the moment. The V car now getting past the Kick Sauber driver down the inside. He goes back onto the racing line as he takes P3 here in Miami.
Just watching.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I was just.
Don't worry.
I was staring at Cowboy, currently down in P12. He was closing in on Simo. I did burn a load of ERS as well, so he'll be using a couple of laps trying to recharge that for another attack. Needs to be careful of Mad G right behind him. And Halvor as well. This could be... He could be a sitting duck going down into turn 11. And there he is. There's a sitting duck, and he's been passed.
Yeah, very unfortunate there by Cowboy, but he shouldn't lose hope yet. As you can see, Halvor already having that penalty. He's definitely going to gain 1 more position on the Kick Sauber driver if he keeps the toe of the Kick Sauber driver. Now let's go back to the front of the pack, as the V car has closed in on Mitrandir, and he gets past him already with the use of DRS down the straight. It seems like Prep is not close enough to make that overtake. Burley for the second Haas driver at the moment, up there with the top guys. Big Pro with a 5-second gap to the V car already, as it seems like he's running away lap by lap.
Nero Dia went deep through turn 17 as well. They've just had to do a cheeky little pirouette to get back onto track. Now down to 14th.
Well, let me have a quick look with Matt G. Here's Simo having a very heated battle with Salvor there. Halvor, my apologies, as Simo now takes P11. But Matt G seems to be trying to get back to Ellie. Simo, who lost a bit of time to her very own teammate in that heavy battle with the Kick Sauber driver. And obviously Halvor, a very, how do I say this, tough client to work around with. And he's not going to give up. Here comes Cowboy side by side with Stiang, who's going to have DRS. I think that must be the Mercedes driver, isn't it? Here comes Stiang down the inside into turn 9. He goes and he takes the position from Cowboy, or doesn't he? Side by side they go. Oh, it's a little bit of wheel banging between the both of them. Cowboy, who's running those soft tires, sliding and all of that stuff. But he loses the position, ghosted, but he's not going to lose another one to Nero Dia. And these soft tires don't seem to be... Whoa! And there's damage. There's damage between the both of them. I think that must be Nero Dia, who lost his front wings. His virtual safety car at the moment. And those soft tires are not paying off for Cowboy at the moment.
No, lack of grip on track, clearly. And just struggling on those softs. This VSC might help him. He might change. I know it's really early, but I would try and get off of them. If they're not working for you now, they're only going to fall off a cliff.
Yeah, maybe going onto the mediums and then another set of mediums, or maybe onto the hard tires in the meantime. Oh, what was happening here? Nero Dia, who went... No, it was Gox. Oh, a 10-second time penalty for Doran. It was both drivers coming into the pits, but Gox just slammed the brakes on the Red Bull driver. And unfortunately, Doran now receives a 10-second time penalty and a broken front wing, maybe? I don't know.
I can check for you. No repairs for Gogs or Doran.
That's very interesting. Doran went into the back of Gogs with a heavy impact. I yeah, I honestly think he's got to have front wing damage because, I don't know.
Yeah, must have minor damage because it wasn't repaired unless he's going to have to go again. But the VSC's over now, so he's, yeah, going to lose 29 seconds, just, well, minimum. Say 33 seconds in the pit stop if he changes his wing now.
I mean, he went on to the medium tires, so maybe he can still stay on those medium tires for that long. And then coming into the pits again to switch his front wing, he would only lose 7 seconds. He's not going to take those mediums till the end of the race anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, Doran. His race is kind of lost already. He was in the top 5, but, you know, dropped down all the way to P15, 16. I mean, his decision was to come into the pits anyway, so... Apparently, I need to send Ellie another invite to the lobby. Noldus, can you tell her to add me on PlayStation, please? Or on on PlayStation, because this is PlayStation only, of course. Cowboy having a battle with John Mopes. As it seems like John is still ghosted. Does that mean he is not in the lobby? I'm not 100% sure. Ellie up into P8. Man, she at the moment trying to get back to Ellie. And Joe is still not in the lobby, still ghosted there. Ellie up a position. Is Ellie back into the lobby? I don't know. Noldus, can you DM me on Discord? Because YouTube comes slow, very slow.
Ellie's car does look non-ghosted. So...
Yeah, I was thinking the same, so I'm not sure... But you can usually see that in the wheel. Oh, there she go. Has left the session. So I'll send her invite, I guess. Has she sent me a friend request? Doesn't look like it, though.
Oh! Burley has spun. Might have been contact. I'm not too sure. But he spun going through turn 18. Or just before 18, should I say. Now dropped down to 11th. Billy G looking down the inside of Mitrandir, but it's dropped back just to go through turns 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Currently going through 7. Gogs is retired.
Ooh, yeah. Does that mean... Oh, you retired in the pit lane. You retired in the pit lane, yeah. Let's have a look here with Mitrandir. He has the DRS coming down the straight. Is he going to be able to make that overtake on the Kickstarter driver? Doesn't look like it, as they're going into Sector 3 as we speak. But he's definitely going to have the DRS again down that long main straight here in Miami. Possibly one of the better straights in the F1 calendar to make an overtake on, because you've got a very slow corner heading into the next lap, you know. So you can outbrake the other guy if you're alongside somebody. And let's have a quick look. Mitrandir doesn't seem to be gaining too much time there. He's not going to make the overtake. And he's going to have to wait another couple of minutes before he can make that overtake.
Yeah, he didn't get the best exit out of 17 either, because Billy G's right on his gearbox. Billy G's going to look down the inside of turn 1, one of 3 major overtaking spots at this circuit. Doesn't make it stick, so he'll have to wait till turn 11.
Simo, who seems to be battling again with Halvor here in P9 and P8. No, that was P10. Simo is P10, of course. So they're crawling closer to Ellie, as Ellie is still not in her car, unfortunately. Burley now with a good exit there, coming out of the corner. Seems like he forced Simo a little bit wider coming into that corner. But right now, Burley up into P10, and his next target will be Halvor and Ellie.
Cowboy has just pitted for the mediums as well. And he's now down to 16th, so that's a note that the drivers are going to take. They're going to know that the softs will only go about 7 laps. So if you are gonna pit for the softs, you're gonna pit around lap 22, lap 23.
Let's have a quick look here with Burley as he gets past Ellie. Ellie, who's still not in the lobby, unfortunately enough. Will the DRS be powerful for Burley? Seems like it makes the overtake down the straight, up into P8, as he's one of the guys who hasn't come into the pits yet. Not sure what happened to him before. Had a little collision with somebody, but that is still to be, well, decided after the race what the penalty will be, if there will be any penalty, but we don't know that for sure. Billy now with a heated battle. Well, in a heated battle with Burley. Burp. Oh my days, these names all look so similar. It's crazy.
Oh. Got excited. I saw the yellow flag in sector 1, but by the time I got there, I couldn't see anyone round. Billy G, is he going to look down the inside through turn 11? No, he's not. He's just going to sit behind Preb.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame him, you know. There's no point in making an overtake there, because if you do make the overtake, he's just going to get past you again down the straight. So the best thing is to just wait and make that DRS overtake yourself.
Yeah, you then got to worry about your exit through 17, because your rival could get a better drive out, and there is another DRS zone very close. Goes on the inside through 17. Looks like he's got the move done, but Preb will have DRS and does take it back. Oh, it's side by side going into turn 1. Billy's got to go the long way round, but will be the inside line through 2. Oh, is he going to get a switch back?
What a move. What a move. Got into P3 with a beautiful switchback coming out of turn 3 there. I mean, you gotta admire the amount of beautiful racing that's going on here in SFR. Like, these kind of moves, I don't see them happen anywhere in any other leagues that I'm commentating on. So really props to you guys, giving each other space and really letting the other driver overtake you.
Yeah, it's the patience that the drivers are giving each other. They know it's only lap 10, and a massive incident now would cause them to topple right back. But Billy's going to have his work cut out going down to turn 17. 3 cars, make that nearly 4 cars in a train with him now. Are we going to see a move from anyone?
The V-car is also gaining time on Chris as well. He was 5 seconds behind, currently only 2.3 seconds behind. So those medium tires are definitely doing the job for the Alpine driver currently in P2.
Oh, Ellie's left again.
Yeah, she couldn't take control of her car, so I'm gonna have to send her another invite. I told her to restart the game, because usually that solves the problem, but I'm not sure if it's actually going to this time around.
Regulus is now part of this battle for P3, closing in slowly. Will he have DRS? Going down to turn 11, he will. Having the DRS won't really help, considering the 3 cars in front of you also have it, so that extra 12 kilometers per hour is practically null and void.
Here comes Breb out of the last corner before the straight. DRS will be enabled. Will he be using any ERS? Doesn't look like it. He will make the overtake without ERS, and he's going to be saving that down the straight. A very strategical play from Prep, and now maybe he's going to be able to use that ERS again coming out of turn 17. A little slide there from the Kick Sauber driver, Will Billy G be able to benefit from that? Doesn't look like it. Brab has a lot of straight line speed at the moment. Billy G won't be close enough. And this time around, I think it might be an opportunity for Brab to get away.
The Haas driver of Mitrandir going deep there. That's left him vulnerable to Mad G. Recovers it well though, so Mitrandir is still currently safe. We're saving a bit of battery going through turn number 7 and 8.
Here comes Mitrandir. He has to watch out that he doesn't drop out of that 1 second. That 1 second, it's like very important because otherwise you're not going to get the DRS, and that's what Billy G is benefiting from at the moment. No, he backs out of it again. As Prep is going a little bit deeper into turn 9, coming into turn 10, into turn 11. And it seems like it's going all clear. No, it's not going all clear. The Kick Sauber driver has a little slide coming out of the corner. 10-second time penalty as well. And this is not looking great for Prep there. I had a little snap, went a little bit deeper, we tried to cut the corner and got a 10-second time penalty on top of that.
And lucky for him, that's going to drop him right to 7th as it stands, maybe even further, 8th. And the Vic is pitting.
You know what is funny? The V car. He last season he told me I mispronounced his name, and the first stream you're doing, you're saying it the right way. I'm laughing. I swear to God.
We can call him the V-carb. To be fair, next season he's got to be in the V-carb, just to make it.
To be honest, if you look at it,
sorry.
Oh no, don't worry.
Yeah, Prep Brown, he's been disqualified for driving the wrong way.
Oh, that is well, how do I say that? Influential, I'll say it like that. Because now there is a gap of about 1.1 seconds between Billy G and Mitrandir, so Matt G will have the DRS, but Mitrandir won't have the DRS, and that's going to give him a worse spot than he was in before, although he's trying to get back to the toe of that Billy G in P2. And it seems like he is going to have the DRS or isn't. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. He's outside the 1 second, so he won't have the DRS.
That's really helped Chris out as well. It's again 29 seconds for a pit stop. I'm just trying to calculate. I think he comes out around 6th at the moment.
There's another driver coming into the pits. That's going to be Origulas. And the V-car is having a heated battle with Burley. Obviously, the V-car being in those fresh, hard tires. So he's not going to have any troubles getting past Burley. But Burley knows better. You know, he's one of the more experienced drivers here in SFR, and I think he might be able to keep this position from the V-car for about 1 or 2 laps. He's going to make it difficult for the Alpine driver, and that's only going to be more beneficial for Chris Big Pro, as when these two are driving, Chris Big Pro is obviously going to be ahead of Burley and the V-car when coming out of the pits.
Yeah, the Vicar just needs to be careful as well, not to chew too much out of his tyre. Unless he is... I can't see him making another stop. Unless there is a safety car, but he's just got to be careful not to overwork those tyres, especially on these early laps. Because you've got to think Chris will be on the softer compound, being on the hards now, will be on the medium, so we'll have the grip and pace advantage. Oh, and that's a Haas drive around. Mitrandir.
Here comes the V-car. He uses a lot of ERS. He saved every bit of ERS he could in the last 15 laps, and he's gonna drain everything right now. Here comes the V-car into P4, and he makes the overtake with the use of DRS. Burley tried to get a little bit of slipstream still from the Alpine driver, but it wasn't enough to keep the position. Up into P4 goes the V-car. Let's have a quick look at the midfield here. Halvor in P9, still having that penalty, but he's going to be ahead of Rigolas. And who was the other guy who pitted very early into the race again? Was it Doran? Yeah, I think it was Doran, right? 9-lap-old mediums. He's going to have to come back into the pits around lap, let's say 18 or 19, going onto the soft tires, maybe trying to last those until the end of the race. Maybe goes onto another set of mediums. I'm not sure what tire he started on. As we're looking at Ellie, Simo, and Halvor at the moment. Is Ellie back in her car? I don't know.
I can check. Doesn't look ghosted to me, so I would say that she was back in the car. To answer your question, Doran started on the hards, so did Gogs, but yeah, Doran started on the hards, went to the mediums, so might go for the Christmas tree of hard mediums. So.
Oh, Halvor goes off track. Sorry for interrupting you there. Halvor going off track, lost the car. Not really anything special. He just seems to be sliding all over the place there. Let's see what tire he's on. 14-lap-old hards. Yeah, that might be the switch over point to when you have to come into the pits. Here comes Simo. No, she gets overtaken by her very own teammate. Or will it be the other way around? Doesn't look like it. Ellie might be the faster driver out of the two, as I think she's also doing better in the Drivers' Championship. Ellie does seem to be lagging every now and then, but no issue as her very own teammate is behind her, so they can communicate with each other and hopefully, try to get closer to Mitrandir, who's about 2 seconds ahead of them. As Doran is now trying to get past Cowboy. No, it's the other way around. Cowboy with the DRS. Oh no, it's Doran. What happened there? Doran has the DRS. Is he going to make the overtake? Does look like it. Down the inside he goes, and he's going to make the overtake side by side into turn 17. Brakes later, the McLaren driver there, and Doran has to let him go through.
Yeah, Cowboy doing his best Danny Rick impression, being the later of the breakers.
Oh, side by side take. Oh, nobody is really giving up here coming through this corner section. Who will make up the position? Seems like it's going to be Doran, or are we going to see another switchback like we saw a couple of laps earlier from another driver? I can't quite remember who that was, but Cowboy has to let him go through. Doran is up into P13.
He goes for the wider line through 7 and 8. Does Cowboy? Well, did that lap anyway.
It seems like the patch with the ERS, somebody in the chat says some people getting caught out with the new patch with the ERS. So maybe there is an ERS glitch or something. But to me, it looked very surprising that we saw the V-car without it, well, with full ERS before. But I'm not fully sure about that. Somebody is off the track. That might be...
That was Ellie.
Oh, was it Ellie?
Yeah, she went very deep through turn 17. She's now peeled off into the pits, putting the mediums on.
Are we going to be seeing any surprises here during this pit stop window? Because obviously Chris has to come into the pits still. Where is the V-car at the moment? About, let's say, 26, 27 seconds behind. So it might be an opportunity for the V-car here. He will be on the slower tires. And I would be quite surprised to see Chris not coming into the pits anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at any graining on the tyre. I can't see much. He could possibly have another couple of laps. Again, if he takes him to lap 23, he can go on the soft, which will give him more of an advantage, but he will be staring at that the Vickers time. And you're hoping that the Vickers locking up and mistreating those tyres.
You know what the problem is as well? If you're behind someone on the soft tires, you're going to push your tires to the limits. And here around Miami, I don't think that's a good idea because you're going to be sliding all over the place. Here comes Rodriguez down the straight, making the overtake on Simo. They're still going side by side. The Ferrari driver braking a little later, but so does Rodriguez, and he has a better exit coming out of turn 17. Simo will come into the pits, and that will be another position gained for the Portuguese driver.
Apparently the ERS doesn't save in the high speed anymore.
Fair enough.
We've been informed by chat.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was like that before. Like, because you don't brake, right? You're not going to be saving any ERS, which is quite logical if you think about it.
Yeah, it'd be difficult for the thing that generates energy with heat to generate energy with no heat going through the car.
Let's have a look here with Elliot. She's right on the tail of Mitrandir. About 8 tenths for the Ferrari driver. She's on 1 lap older tires compared to Mitrandir's tires, but I don't think that should be given too much of an issue for Ellie at this point during the race. Maybe later that's going to give some issues, as obviously the tire wear is going to be worse at the end of their stints. But right now it seems like she's keeping up with the Haas driver. Mitrandir definitely being one of the guys who's got a lot of pace here in Miami. We saw him qualify in the top 3, top 4. And right now he dropped back to P8. Still a couple of guys have to come into the pits, like Billy G, who is in the pit lane right now. But Mitrandir obviously didn't have a great race so far, as he spun out a couple of laps ago. So yeah, he's gonna have to battle for that top 5 position here.
Yeah, he did change his front wing as well, which would have set him back about 5 seconds. Has dropped down 3 as it stands before everyone's pit stop. Chris still being out there. I do think he's gonna hold those tyres off to get the softs. Eddie with the fastest lap with a 1:30.122 on those brand new mediums.
Billy G just lost his position to Origuelas coming out of the pit lane. And this will be a very heated battle. Obviously, Origuelas, who's got like these heated hard tires already. Billy G still has to warm up his tires coming out of the pit lane. Usually around Miami that would take about half a lap, maybe 1 lap before those are really up to temperature. Here comes Billy G. Will he be going down the inside already? Is he gonna outbrake the Portuguese driver? Doesn't look like it. Will be waiting for that long straight coming out of sector 2. And I think it will be a good opportunity for Billy G to try and get back to the V car there. Although, I mean, 16 seconds is too much. Never mind. I didn't say a thing. You know that little meme from Madagascar where the penguin does like, you haven't seen anything? That's me right now.
That's it. Before chat starts slating us for having no wheel knowledge. Halvor closing in on, is it Stiank?
I think so. I just say whatever is on my screen. That's why I say the V car instead of whatever you say. The V carrier. I don't know. That one.
Stiank did have a front wing change, and as I say that, Halvor slips and slides out of turn 14-15. So that's created a gap, so we won't see him move down into turn 17.
Seems like Nero Diaz trying to close down on Simo. 15 lap old hards. He's not going to be able to keep the toe off the Ferrari driver. Has to come into the pits as soon as possible, because I think he's losing a lot of time at the moment on these hard tires. Might want to go onto the medium tires. The soft tires won't last for about 9 laps. But I'm still surprised to see what Chris is going to do. He's even losing more time staying out at the moment. How much did you say the pit lane was going to take? About 30 seconds?
Yeah, 29 seconds if I'm right, and Chris is now peeled off into the pits, so should be behind by about 7 seconds.
I don't think he's gonna make. I mean, depends on what tire he goes. If it's the softs, he's not gonna make it. Oh no, he chooses the mediums.
Yeah, mediums.
It's gonna be close. Wait, he's gonna be out ahead of the V car.
Well, it's gonna be close. No, it's not.
Look at that.
Go. Chat, start questioning my wheel knowledge. I accept it.
That's crazy. That's... Oh, Mitrandir side by side with Ellie as they're heading into turn 17. A little wheel banging from the Haas and the Ferrari driver, but Mitrandir takes the position on those fresh medium tires. No, but it's quite surprising that, you know, when you think that the pit stop will take 30 seconds, and eventually it takes like, what, 21 seconds maybe?
Yeah, no, I've just re-looked at my stats. I've currently got them on my other screen, and it's around 22 seconds. So I don't know where I got 29 seconds from. I don't know, Will.
No, I'm definitely sure you do know wheel because you know more about the track than me already, and I've been doing this for 2 years, so don't you worry about that, Mr. What can I call you? Can I call you Steve, or should I call you Beard Guy, or whatever your Twitch channel is?
Just say Steve. It's okay.
All right.
The beard's been shaved off, so it's a sore subject. Billie Jean closing in on Mad G as well. I know. We'll have DRS. No, doesn't. Yeah, maybe. No. Doesn't have DRS, but is within 1 second.
Let's have a look here. Doesn't have a penalty. I think he's going to finish last. Although, I mean, I don't know. Ellie makes up a position to Mitrandir as well down the straight. And I think those guys are going to be battling back and forward because, yeah, they're quite similar at pace at the moment, and they're running the same tire strategy. I mean, obviously Mitrandir doesn't have the race of his life, so he's not going to be in the right state of mind at the moment. So, yeah, he's gonna be battling for P7, I'm afraid, with Ellie. Although we do have to look at that 10-second time penalty off. I think it was. Oh no, who got a 10-second time penalty again?
It is. They've DNF'd.
Right, it was Burp, wasn't it, or Prep? Wasn't it Prep?
I will have a look for you. Halvor has a 10-second penalty. So does Doran.
Right, it was Doran who went into the back of the Aston Martin driver. That was right. Mitrandir around the outside right now, making the overtake on Ellie. And as I said, that's the only thing we're going to be seeing right now, making the overtakes down the straight with the use of DRS, back and forward battling. We're going to see Ellie again down the straight, making the overtake on Mitrandir. And apart from that, I don't think we will be seeing too many battles at the moment. Maybe Cowboy and Doran. That's not really for a real position because Doran has got a penalty as well. Ellie almost kissing the wall there coming out of turn 16. That must be. Down the straight they go. DRS wide open. Silver Fox just has left the session, although he was in the session for a very long time, almost half of the race. Here comes Ellie. Oh, and she outbrakes herself, goes into the deep. Kind of reminds me of Lewis Hamilton in Azerbaijan.
Yeah, it had everything lining up for that P7. Now has her teammate Simo right behind her as well.
Oh man, that's really unfortunate. I would have loved to see Ellie there in the top 7. Even after that, you know, lag spike where she dropped out of the session, she still managed to get a lot of positions on the board. Unfortunately enough, she went a little too deep there, missed her braking point, and yeah, went into the deep there.
Burley with DRS going down to turn 11 will be too far back from a Regulus. But that gap does close to let it settle. There we go, half a second. Right on that gearbox, smelling those fumes coming from that Alpine.
Oh, and Chris with another fastest lap of 129.6. I don't think anyone has a 129, if I'm being honest. Let me just double check. Well, one driver has a 129, and that is Mr. Maggi in P3.
Here we go, Burley gonna try down the inside of 17. Plenty of space given. Is a Regulus gonna have the better exit out though? We'll have the inside through 19 and DRS. So Burley unable to make that move stick.
Burley is on the better tires, so I think if he can make that overtake down the straight, coming out of turn 5, I think that must be turn 6, 7, I'm not sure. With the DRS, I think he must be able to gain that time, well, that 1 second that he needs to get out of the DRS of Aurigulas in that last part of Sector 2 there, the chicane and the awkward line, turn 9, turn 10. So, yeah, Burley definitely needs to make that overtake here down the straight. DRS wide open for the Haas driver. Will it be enough for Burley? I think it must be. Aurigulas already blinking his lights. That means he is out of DRS. Outbrakes the Alpine driver, but maybe Aurigulas can make a switchback work. Doesn't look like it. Loses a bit of time coming into turn 10, and Burley is past the Portuguese driver.
And there we go, Chris, just proving my Miami stat completely wrong, setting another fastest lap of 1:29.247, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me double check. It's 1:29.247, so you were indeed correct.
There we go.
There we go. The wheel knowledge is there again, buddy.
It's made its comeback. Talking about comeback, a Regulus almost got the move done back into turn 17. However, with another 3-second time penalty. A Regulus having a look. Ooh, almost going too deep and hitting the back of Burley. Ellie getting a 3-second time penalty as well. Are we going to see Ferrari tactics now and switching drivers to try and... Are they under threat of anyone? Not really. So Ellie is pretty safe. Will Simo drop back and defend her teammate?
I think there is too much of a risk there because, I mean, Simo is still about 4 seconds ahead of Nirodia. And it doesn't look like the Aston Martin driver has the pace to get back to Ellie and Simo. So Ellie, being the faster driver out of the two, I think they just have to keep their positions. Although they switch right now, Ellie is gonna get... Well, wait, what are they doing? Very interesting strategy there from the both of them. Definitely lost them a lot of time to Nirodia, who got back into the 3 seconds of Simo. So this time around, I think it might be worth it to defend that position, but I don't think that little switcheroony there from the both ladies is very smart.
No, clearly I said Ferrari strategy and they've got mixed up. Ellie's still safe as it stands.
Let me have a look with the tires though. If Nirodia is on the fresh tires, which he or she isn't, 20 lap old hards, so I think it will be... Ooh, he's gaining time though. Look at that, 6/10 to Ellie. I mean 3.6 seconds of course, but 3/10 which you need to get that position from the Ferrari driver. So, oh, apparently it was an illegal overtake by Simo. Had to give the position back. So that was the switcheroony about. Apart from that, I don't think there's going to be any surprises here anymore. Nobody is within 1 second of each other. Maybe Cowboy making the overtake, but Joe, who's not in his car anymore, he's not going to be able to receive any points, I think. Because, I mean, obviously he isn't in the car, so he's not going to be able to finish the race in his very own car. Apart from that, we might want to talk about the position changes so far. Maggie being the biggest winner, gaining about 16 positions, came from P19 to P3. Maggie, who is filling in for another couple of drivers, and I think Joe was, I think it was a trialist, so he's going to be trialing this race. Not sure if it was successful with him not being in the car at the moment, but Maggie once again showing why there is a separation in pools and tiers. Maggie is going to retire from the session. Yeah, that's what they always do. No. Yeah, they don't want to be stealing any...
We get a safety car. The safety car.
No. He always retires in the pit lane because he doesn't want to steal any points from the actual Div 3 drivers, as that's what's happening right there. But apart from that, I don't think anyone... Maybe Stiank is gaining a bit of time on the Nirodia. Oh, he's gaining a lot of time.
Oh, we've got a car round. That's Doran. Doran's round turn on the exit of turn 12 going into 13.
Doran definitely not having the race of his life here. Lost so many positions, 12 to be exact. Being the biggest loser so far apart from Prep there, but he got disqualified. So now I think they got to look into it. I don't think they can do much about it, but it's definitely worth looking into it. Stenk now with 2/10 behind Nirodia. As he's gonna be right up that, I always say ass, but I'm in company right now, so I'm just gonna use right up that tail. And here comes Sting, DRS wide open. A little bit of lag spikes there from Nirodia. Don't think it should be too much of a trouble for the Mercedes driver. Danny inside he goes, and Nirodia is also out of DRS. So, outbreaks the Mercedes driver. Side by side they go, but Sting having a better exit is gonna gain that position again.
Yeah, that Aston Martin driver will not be happy. Ready, even subconsciously, you're going to be like, cool, You left no space through 11. Wait till turn 17. Tighter, faster, more speed going into it. So this could be interesting going down to turn 17.
Something that's very interesting here as well in SFR is that drivers can get promoted to different divisions. So right now I'm seeing one of the admins in the chat saying Chris to Division 2. That might be already a little hint of Chris having to promote to Division 2 because otherwise the grid isn't that equal anymore. I mean, you can't really blame the admins right now. 15 seconds ahead for Chris Big Pro. And he's just blowing the competition away with his fastest lap. A 129.2. The other fastest lap was set by another Division 2 driver. And he set a 129.8. So he's about 6/10 faster than Matt G there.
Yeah, watch that time go down. If he's watching stream, watch him drop that to about 3-second gap. As we say that, look, it's dropping. 13.8 was 14.5 when we started this sentence.
Mansell, you're not an admin. I thought you were an admin, buddy. You've got an orange thingy, an orange, whatever you call that, roll color. I thought it was only for admins, wasn't it? Oh no, there is also like helper or something like that. I still don't know the difference between a helper and an admin. It's kind of the same. It's getting out of hand, these role names, you know.
I think helper is an admin without the responsibility.
Right.
You can't get blamed for anything if you're a helper.
Right, that's actually a better way. Michael Mitchell, I am Division 2 is what he says. That might be Maggie, isn't it? Maggie or Michael. Whatever you prefer. We're heading into the last lap of the race here. Chris is lapping that McLaren driver so far. Slap 3 drivers if I'm not mistaken. Joe. Come on, and he goes into the wall! He goes into the wall! No way, Chris Pro is parallel with... Oh no, and he slams his car again against the wall. This is not good. The V car is so close behind him at the moment. Look at that.
Oh, the last lap. Is the Miami curse still a thing? Here we go. 316. DRS will be active. Is the Vicar too far away though?
I think he is. Doesn't have DRS. Oh no, he does.
He has ERS. It has DRS. That red light of Chris is flashing away. Too far back. Drive. It's the drive out of 17 now. The snap of oversteer from Chris, but yeah, no, he's got it.
Oh man, that was a little twister at the end of our race. That was very cool. That was very cool. Thank you very much, Chris. You almost gave me a heart attack there.
He heard that he's moving up to Div 2, so I called it. The wheel knowledge is still there.
All right, here comes Stank for a last possible overtake. DRS wide open on Simo. But will it be enough? He's a bit too far behind. Doesn't have any ERS left in the tank. Mitrandir gains a position on Rigolas thanks to that penalty he's had. And a little lockup there from Stank. Maybe with a switchback. Look at that. No, has a bad exit. Simo will still take P8. She did her best to keep Ellie away from Stank. And there's only about 4/10 in between Ellie and Stank. So good job by Simo there. She's going to be taking P8. Apart from that, I don't think anyone is going to gain a position. And my apologies, Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles, by the way, I have to talk to you, buddy. My mom keeps asking me if I'm going to be streaming with Mr. Wiggles. And I told her tonight Mr. Wiggles is racing. Apparently you weren't racing and you're going to disappoint her very much. She comes into my room. She does her thumbs up. No, he's not racing. Oh, she says. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be the results of tonight. Any intakes on the race, Mr. Steve?
Yeah, really, really, really good. Edge of the seat, especially the last lap, was great. And there we go. The game's given it. I would say that Ellie was driver of the day, up 10 positions. Shame about the time penalty. But yeah, no, really good race. What about you? We'll give you a post-race debrief as well. What do you think of the race?
Yeah, good race. Apart from the bad track and apart from the couple of crashes we had, not necessarily caused by other drivers, but like just in general, I think that the overall cleanness in Division 3 is definitely going up. The last couple of weeks we haven't had too many reports, so I think it's going in a in an upward spiral. But here we've got the results of the night of this big Miami Grand Prix. Big Chris Pro in P1, the V-Car in P2, and Billy G in P3. With a 3-second time penalty as well, he managed to get back into that top 3. Burley in P4 and Mitrandir in P5. A good result by the Haas team, as they're definitely going to be scoring big points for the Haas team in the Constructors' Championship. And then further, we've got Origilas, Ellie, Simo, Stank, Nirodia, Halvor, Cowboy, Joe, and Doran, who have finished the race. And the guys who haven't finished the race were Magi, Silver Fox, Joe, Gox, and Prep, all the way at the bottom of the grid. I think we're still going to be hearing stuff from Prep there because of that disqualification. Not sure if it was justified, but apart from that, I mean, it's been a great race. Not sure what races up the calendar next week.
I've got what they called Div 2's calendar, and if it's anything to go by, it's going to be Zandvoort next.
Ooh, that's another, in my opinion, another stinky racing track, but it could give some great battles, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, fewer overtaking spots, but is a slippier track as well, so can have a load of mistakes. As I randomly opened up to the page already. But yeah, it's twisty turny, very slippy. Can catch a load of people out.
A bit like Miami.
Yeah, another Miami track, but I also think it's quite a long pit stop, but I will get back to you next week before I say it's a really long pit stop and it's only a 20-second one.
Right. All right, guys, I think that's going to be the stream. Ended in a couple of minutes, I mean seconds, whatever you want to call it. All I can do is thank you very much for watching the live stream. I think we can definitely say Steve completed his trial, as he'll have to replace me during, I think it is the first couple of weeks of September, as I will be going to the United States myself. But Steve, all I can say is thank you very much for commentating with me, buddy. You did amazing for your first time here again in SFR, and I think the viewers agree with me there. Let me double check. Lewis in the chat says nice comms, and Martin as well says great stream. So I think we've been approved as a comms duo. Hopefully you think the same about me as well.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a pleasure, but yeah, enjoy next week. I'll be a spectator. No, I'll gladly come back. It was great.
All right, perfect, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you. Well, we will see you guys next week again in Zandvoort. My name is Phoebe Thomas. I was your commentator, accompanied by Steve himself. And all I can say right now is peace out, and thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.